Well, I'm waiting for the sun to come up over the behind Cathedral Rock here to maybe bathe some of these trees along the bank here in some nice golden light. But what we're doing here is we're also doing a little bit of scouting because we are planning a workshop here in June. It'll be an astro-based workshop. At least we're gonna plan it around the new moon. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you're not signed up for my newsletter, I send a newsletter out usually once a month. So I don't spam you or anything like that. Just go to my website, the link down below, and just sign up. You get my free ebook and everything, and I promise I won't spam you. But we are planning a couple of workshops, but you know, we haven't been doing a whole lot of landscape photography the last pretty much all of 2021. You know, we've worked on some bigger projects, and as of right now, the majority of our photography income has nothing to do with YouTube or even landscape photography. I sell prints once in a while. I just had a big order of prints, actually, my biggest one, and that's pretty much all of our photography income. We don't really make much from YouTube, but some of these commercial projects that have come up, we've had the opportunity to do. So right now, YouTube and landscape photography, we haven't just had a whole lot of time to get out and do, and because of these bigger projects and you know, obviously the bigger income, we've been concentrating on stuff like that. But it's nice to finally get out here and shoot some more. Now our income, our photography income, like I said, very little with YouTube and landscape photography, but hopefully that'll change later this year when we start planning some of these workshops and stuff. Yeah, right now it's just about getting out here. If we make a video, that's great, but it's been tough for us to get out. You know, a little bit of us being busy, and also I guess there's a slight bit of burnout too, which happens to all of us photographers and YouTubers. It's you know, you deal with not having the motivation or the inspiration to get out, especially if it's local, you've been shooting for years. Sometimes that can be tough to do. And I live in a beautiful place right next to the Superstition Mountains, and Chris and I just can't be bothered with going out sometimes. You know, we got stuff to do on the computer a lot. You know, Chris is doing her video editing. She's been doing a lot of freelance video editing with some other bigger YouTubers, so she's been really busy doing that, which is fantastic. You know, she's actually loving the video editing. So I've taken over doing the video editing here on our channel, but yeah, it's been a great year for our photography. Just not so much on the landscapes part, but that's okay. We're happy to be out and get out whenever we can, and not try and force ourselves to get out and put out content every week. If we don't have it, you know, then we end up putting out stuff that's not very good. So it wouldn't be you know, just for views, or you know, making sure you guys know that we're still here. And I don't want to get into that, you know, predicament, or get into that situation where I feel like I'm having to put out subpar stuff just to get stuff out. So like I said, just happy that Chris is back out here. It's been nice to have her out here, because I've been out once or twice now without her. She's not the same. So she's out walking around now looking for little scenes. I think once this sun comes over, I'm going to take one more shot here, and then there's some abstract water, moving water shots that I want to try right out here. There's some nice a place where the water's coming down and it's hitting these rocks and kind of flowing over, and I want to concentrate. I'm going to get my long lens and concentrate on that here in just a second. But yeah, it's nice and cold, 32 degrees or 0 Celsius. It's an absolutely beautiful morning here in Sedona. So for this shot here, what I wanted to do was take out the long lens and do a kind of abstract, and what I started doing is messing around with two things. I started experimenting with my shutter speed. The way that water was flowing up and over those rocks and into the rapids and kind of meeting in like a V. I was experimenting with different shutter speeds. I think I ended up settling on 1/5 of a second. That gave me enough texture in that water to give it that nice flowy look, but not lose some of that texture. So I really like the shutter speed, but then I put on a circular polarizer and I started spinning it like it was fully polarized. I could see underneath the water, cut out all the glare. But then I started experimenting without the polarizer and then just polarizing a little bit to where you could see underneath the water but still have a little bit of the glare that gave texture to the water, and like the water would contour, right? And where it was contouring, like when it bent around the rocks, there was a little bit of glare at those spots, and I wanted to keep that there. So it was kind of a half polarized shot, and it took me, I don't know, a good 5 minutes to mess around with the shutter speed and the polarizer and the framing of it, you know, just because I was standing on that rock, I couldn't get out any further. I believe I was right around 70 millimeters that last shot that I did, and I think on the back of the camera, I really like it. It's, you know, just a nice little abstract shot that it's nice to get after you get your nice big sunrise and Cathedral Rock in an epic spot. But I really enjoyed experimenting with that photo.
So while Mike is staying at the river, I came up here and walked through this park area just to find some different photos. I was a little bit bored with the river. I don't know, it was just not, you know, really my thing. I didn't feel it. So I was just wandering around and found a few interesting things, mostly different patterns, different colors. And I'm excited to see what you think. So leave your comment on which one of these like close-up shots is your favorite.
Alright guys, hopefully what I said earlier wasn't too negative or didn't come across as negative. Just, you know, we're super busy. Everything's, you know, going really great as far as our careers go and the photography, just not being able to get out as much. So I know this was a shorter video, but thank you guys as always for watching. We always appreciate your guys' views and your guys' comments down below and all that kind of stuff. We do appreciate it, and we're here. Promise you we're going to put out some more videos when we get the chance. So talk to you guys later. Bye.